Have you seen those viral and extremely adorable crochet creations on social media and you just wish that you could make those things? Well, you've come to the right video. Today, I'm going to be teaching you the basics of crocheting, like how to buy materials, how to make a slip knot, how to do chains, and many more. Once you're done with this video, you'll be ready to make your own first crochet project. My name is Myra and welcome to Myra's Crochet Circle. Let's get started, shall we? To start your crochet journey, you're going to have to start buying materials. For materials, you want to first start in the yarn category. Yarn has many different types. For example, bulky yet soft chenille yarn, soft cotton yarn, and acrylic yarn. There's many more types, but these are some of the usual types that people use. So, how can I choose my yarn? For beginners, we don't recommend fluffy, thick yarn because it may be harder for you to see for your first time. It's fine to use cotton yarn, but we mostly recommend acrylic yarn. Acrylic yarn will give you a thick, easy base that is hard to tear open. Okay, so once you have your yarn, how can I buy my hook? Hooks come in many shapes and sizes and many different ways. There's one with the grip, one which is naked, like this, and even tiny ones for micro crochet. So how can I choose my hooks? Well, that comes to the yarn. If you look at your yarn, you'll have to look around the label until you find this symbol that looks like a hook. And next to the symbol, it says 2 to 3 mm, 2 to 3 millimeters. So, now that we know what size of hook there is, how can I find the size of hook? If you look at the hooks, it tells you different sizes on these parts. So, on the grip, it will tell you, this one says 4 to 5 mm. Same with any other grip. It would also say their number. This one says 6 mm. So clearly that we cannot use both of these. On the naked ones, without the grip, it says it on this thick area that people use to grip on. This one says 5 mm. And this one, which we can definitely not use, is 1.4 mm. So, because this yarn has 2 different ways that we can use it, we can actually use 3 different types of hooks. I only have 2 of them though. One of them we can use is the 2 mm or the 3 mm. For beginners, we usually recommend using the bigger hook because it'll be easier for you to do the stitches. Even if you have a 2.5 mm, that works because it's in the middle of both of them. Now, to choose your hook, do I choose a naked one or one with a grip? We recommend with the grip. Why? Because beginners are able to hold the grip easily more. It will give you a nice, soft, well not soft, but firm area to hold. And it also stops hand pain. This one, it's still usable, but gives you a bit more hand pain quicker, and it's not thicker, so you have to press down, and it's a little bit more uncomfortable. So, we recommend using this for your first try. Now that I have my hook, my yarn, here are some other things that you should get. Some scissors. You don't even need these fancy scissors. You can use any scissors that you have at home. Stitch markers. Stitch markers you can use if you want to buy them, or you can even use little clips that you have in the house. Or safety pins. They both work equally same. And a darning needle. You don't even need to buy a darning needle. This is a cheap plastic one. But you can even use your crochet hook as your darning needle. But it's way more easier with this. So, now that you know some of the basic things that you need for crocheting your first project, what do you really not need and what do you really need? So, let's start with one of the most biggest mistakes that people do. Buying many crochet hooks which are so expensive. First of all, crochet hooks, even if they're a little bit cheap, they are still good quality, unless they're plastic. Maybe that's something else. Second of all, if you're crocheting your first crochet project, you just need to find out, same thing, you need to find out the size, and then you can buy that hook size. You don't need so many hooks that you don't even use. Because many people, when they first start crocheting, they think, oh, it's gonna be so fun, I love it so much. And then they're like, I don't like it anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Why did I even buy so many expensive things? So, same thing, you don't want to do that big mistake. Same thing with yarns. You don't want super pricey yarns. You can get some not so cheap, but kind of cheap yarns, because this also matters about the quality. You want your quality to be nice, but don't get yarns which are like thousands or hundreds or expensive in your country. And also, let's go back to the types of yarns. In the beginning, you do not want to buy colors of yarn that are hard for you to see. For example, these color yarns. Fine, they're gonna look nice for specific projects, but because you're starting, it's gonna be hard for you to see your stitches. Let's not use these. Let's also not use really fluffy yarn. Again, same thing. It may be fast, easy, and super duper soft, but for the first time, it's gonna be hard for you to really see your project stitches when you really start crocheting the whole project. So maybe use this for the second time, but not the first. Other things that you don't need. Row counters. You can literally count with a piece of paper and a pencil. Simple. Pencil, piece of paper, and you can even count in your head if you don't want to use a piece of paper. Blocking boards. You don't need these because you just started crocheting. Another thing, those fancy, cute crochet organizers. You might have seen them on YouTube, but they're absolutely unnecessary. You can crochet them yourself or DIY it because you just started. Again, if you buy it and you don't want to do it, you're just leaving clutter in the house. If you want to buy real items, do it later. Don't buy expensive items too. This doesn't have to be expensive. This, everything does not have to be expensive. Those are some of the normal things that you should not buy. But what should you buy? 1 or 2 hooks that you know you're gonna use for your yarn. Normal priced yarn, not so expensive and not so cheap. It's better if you even go to your yarn store and then you feel the yarns, you feel the quality. If they're good, get them. Online shopping is a bit bad that way. You don't even need stitch markers. Use a clip in your house or a safety pin. But scissors and a darning needle are really important. Darning needle, yes, it's really hard to find sometimes, so you can just use a crochet hook. But scissors, sorry, if you don't have scissors, you can't do anything, okay? Look at the list next to see what you shouldn't really buy and what you should buy. Pause here if you need to. Okay, so now that we know what to buy and what not to buy, and some of the usual things you need for crochet, let's start the most exciting part. Crocheting! So, for this, you're gonna have to use a yarn color of your choice, your hook, and this is going to be used later, so let's keep it around here. So to start, we're gonna make a slip knot. A slip knot is the beginning to every crochet tutorial, every crochet project. It's like the gateway of entering crochet. Every single tutorial for crocheting something will have a slip knot, and they will be using it many different ways. The slip knot can be made in one way, another way. There's about 1 billion ways, and every crochet tutorial will have a different one. So when you're watching a tutorial, you don't need to follow the exact slip knot. You can do your own slip knot that you're gonna learn. Use the yarn attached to your yarn ball and use your hand to wrap it around 2 fingers of your other hand. 1 loop and an X. Don't loop it again. You want 1 loop from here and an X on the palm side. Something like this. Then you use your thumb to pinch that X. Next, you pull out your loop. Then you have this yarn attached to the yarn ball, not our tail end. We don't want to use a tail end. We want to put it underneath. So it's going to look like this. Then you want to pull out this part. The one which is underneath, we want to pull it through. And ta-da! You have your slip knot. Let's try that again. So, 2 fingers, loop, X. 1 loop, X. Remove your loop from your fingers. Take the yarn which is attached to the yarn ball. Put it underneath. Then pull it through. And there you have it, a slip knot. Let's try it one more time, but without any instructions. Just follow along. Have you come this far? Great! Tip, while you're pulling it through, when you're pulling this yarn through, make sure you're holding the tail end. If you don't hold the tail end, well, it may not become a slip knot. Ta-da! You have your way to making a slip knot. So, now that you have a slip knot, how do I hold my yarn and my hook? To hold your hook, there is 2 main ways. There is the butter knife and the pencil. A butter knife is held like a butter knife. You use your 3 fingers to hold it. Your thumb is on the grip and your index finger is on the other side of the grip. This gives you a more focused and easy, smooth way of using the hook. But if you're interested, you can go with the harder way, the pencil way. It's a bit more harder. When I mean a bit, way more harder for beginners. It's just holding like a pencil and then you use your loops down way. For example, like that. So yes, it's way more harder. And for you beginners, we recommend butter knife. Butter knife, butter knife, butter knife. Okay. Butter knife, 3 fingers, you loop it tight. Hold it tight. Then you use your index finger to hold one side of the grip and your thumb to hold the other side of the grip. You can even make your 3 fingers a bit more loose if you like. Holding the yarn. Okay, so holding the yarn is another thing. You want to use both of your hands. Crocheting uses left and the right, more like seem the same. And holding the yarn is one of the things, like the slip knot, that can be used by many ways. There's many positions. There's one position like this, one position like this, many positions. But there's one way which is quite simple. Take your yarn and put it through the space between your pinky and this area, this ring finger. Then, same thing through the index finger and the thumb space, but instead of leaving it like that, use your middle finger and your thumb to pinch this knot. Pinch. And you see why my finger is going up? So then our tension of this line is tighter. If you put it down, it's not going to really be the same. So you want to put your finger high and up. Let's restart. Through the fingers, these two. Then through index finger, thumb. Pinch it with your middle finger and thumb, this knot. And lift your finger high. Voila! You have your hand position. It kind of looks like a bunny. So remember the bunny position. So we have our hand position, butter knife, and our yarn position. Let's start our chain. A chain is like the base layer of every crochet project. Slip knot is a gateway, but then chain is like the base. For example, if you have a cheesecake, the slip knot is like buying the ingredients, and then the chain is the crumbly, delicious layer at the bottom. Let's start. So, you're holding your butter knife, you have your finger high, so there's a long line here. Put your finger underneath. So, there's two ways of doing this. You're going to move your hand a lot. So either you can make it face left the whole time, or you can make it face right and then left. For beginners, let's try doing the left way because it's less switching your hand position. Okay, so you want your hook to face left. Okay, face this hand. Then you're taking it, you're putting it under. Disclaimer, if you're a left-hander and you're using this hand, you just want it to face the hand that your yarn is on. Okay? So it doesn't have to be left. So, underneath. You want to go underneath this line. So use your hand, put it underneath. Okay? You have one loop on your hook, including this loop, of course. Then you're gonna pull that loop down. Understood? These two fingers can even move up the stitch, the middle and the thumb. Let's try again. So, under, you have one loop on your hook, you pull down. You use hand to pull down, and you use this hand to, keep your yarn up. Let's try one more time. Yarn over, pull down. If you're volunteering to use the other way, this is the other way. So, face your hook right, yarn over. Look left, aka to your hand, and then go down. Let's try again. You want to look this way, which is not your hand, opposite way. Go under, yarn over, that's what it's called. Then you change your way, you change the hook's head to look at this area, and you pull down. One more time. Look this way, underneath, look left. So how to change it, you just twist your hand, and then you pull down. So this is how your chain is going to look like. At first, it does not have to be perfect. Perfect does not come in your first try, but you want to keep on doing this chain till you know how to do it without looking at a tutorial. Okay? In the beginning, people make common mistakes with our chain. First of all, most common mistake, you're pulling it too hard so there's so much tension. Then, your slip knot is again super duper tight, and then you pull it super duper hard. Your chain becomes automatically tiny. So you don't want your tension to be super duper tight. You don't want that squeaky noise. Heard it? You don't want that squeaky noise. Fine, it makes these beautiful lined stitches, but you want it to be a bit less tightened, a bit more loose, comforting. And you still have beautiful stitches that you don't pull your hand for. That's the first mistake, too much tension. That's one of the biggest mistakes with the chains. We're going to go on with the other mistakes of the single crochet and the double crochet after we learn the stitch. Whenever you make a mistake, it's pretty easy to fix it. All you have to do is pull on the yarn attached to the yarn ball, like this. It's going to just keep on falling until you have nothing left. Easy, simple, just remove your mistakes. So have you, yes you, learned the chain? If you come here, congratulations, you found the first part of crocheting. Many people give up when they don't want to learn it, but I assure you, please keep on trying. Don't give up. Next part is a little bit more hard, but this is one of the stitches. This is like the flavors of cream cheese that people use. People maybe add some vanilla extract, maybe they add some mango to the cream cheese. I don't know, but this is like one of the stitches to the cream cheese or to your chain. This is the chain that we have. Okay? Same position. When you keep on doing your stitches, make sure you're moving this finger up to still be here. Okay, so how does single crochet? Let's look at our stitches. So first, you want to go into this second stitch. You see this stitch? This one? This is a bit confusing, but the first stitch, which is here. First stitch. The first little line you see here. This is also a problem. If you do it too tight, you cannot see it properly. You want to go to the second stitch. So 1, 2. You want to insert your hook through 2 loops. Okay? Then you yarn over. Same thing. And if you made it, you have 2 loops on your hook. Then you yarn over and pull through both of your loops. Okay, since that must be very confusing for your first try, let's try it again. Okay, so another tip, you don't want to be on the scaly side that you can feel the scale. You want to be on the smooth side, okay? When you're done with your first single crochet, you don't want to skip another one. You just want to go into the next one, okay? So, insert your hook inside. 1 loop while you're inserting, okay? Then you yarn over, under, and you pull down, okay? Make sure you don't pull too hard that it goes through this loop. You want 2 loops on your hook, okay? Then, underneath, and you pull through both loops on your hook. Let's try one more time. Next stitch. Inside. You have 1 loop on your hook when you're inserting. rabbit. Yarn over. And lastly, yarn over again and pull through both. So this is how your single crochet is gonna look like. Should we try it one more time but without instructions? Let's see. So this is how your single crochet is gonna look like. Work your way till the end. If you're still here, you can work your way to the end or come to the next part of the video. Some mistakes that people make while doing single crochet. When they're on the stage of this, they pull too hard that it goes through both of the loops. Then you're gonna be like, why do I only have one loop? Basically, you just don't want to pull too hard. Inside, pull. Okay? You want to pull through that one inserted loop. You want to pull this to this loop. Okay? If you want, you can even use this finger to hold it back, this stitch, so then you don't pull it through. That's single crochet. So this time, it may be a bit hard for you, but remember, keep going. You gotta keep on single crocheting until you understand it well and you don't look at this tutorial. Okay? So, finally, we're gonna learn our last stitch, which is, again, more harder than single crochet. If you don't want to learn a stitch, you can get out of this video. But if you do, here's one more stitch to learn that many tutorials use. So first, you're gonna yarn over, okay? But do not pull down. No. You wanna keep that loop on your hook. You have two. Then you insert it. You insert your hook into your stitch. Same thing as usual. And you pull one. Yarn over. So now you have three loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3. Then you're gonna pull, not through all, but two loops. 2 loops, and then you're gonna pull through another 2 loops. This is how your double crochet is gonna look like. Let's try one more time. Yarn over and keep that on your hook. You can hold this with your fingers so it does not go away into a chain. Okay, then you pull one. You have 3 loops on your hook. Pull through 2, and then pull through the last 2. If you made it this far, you deserve a standing ovation. Amazing job! So if you reach here, congratulations! You have mastered some of the things that many people don't really want to try first. You've mastered the slip knot, what materials to buy, what materials not to buy, single crochet, double crochet, and chains. Wow, that sounds like a lot, but you have gone through it. Good job! If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I hope that you want to start your first crochet project now.